This morning could just be chop, guys. All right. The next thing we do is we will check for news. I want to say we do have 3-star news today. We have more non-farm payroll employment, but was that released today? I guess it was. I guess since the government has been shut down, they have not released the, what do you want to call it? Non-farm payroll numbers. So we do have the S&P Global Services this morning. So 3-star news. What is that? 30 minutes. So what's that? 9:45. All right, so we also have, I thought we had, job openings, 47 minutes. So what is that, 10 o'clock? That would be job openings. Then I want to say Trump speaks. So we have more 3-star news at 1 o'clock today, or 2 o'clock today, I guess. What is that? Trump speaks. All right. So this is pretty much all of our news and stuff for right now. So just kind of keep those in your mind if you're taking trades around those times, and just have a kind of either have your profit locked in or at least a stop loss locked in, because you can just get wrecked by those levels. All right, let me put 3-star news over here. What is that? 9:45. $10 a.m. and 1 p.m. today. How's everyone else doing today? Like I said, I'm going to approach the morning with very cautious because of the big overnight move. Unless we can lose the, say, 20s, I'll look for a short. But as long as we stay above the 20s, it's going to be long all the way. And we took 2 overnight trades. So technically we're already up one. Let's see. We're already at 160 or 156. So. We've had a pretty good last 7 days, so today could be, I don't know. I just feel like today could be a little rough. For anybody that follows the market on the normal basis, anytime that you see like big movement like this in the Asia and London session, the New York session can just be a really crappy, choppy day. So don't really know what we're going to get today. The main thing is be careful if you're trading in the first 30 minutes. We have 3-star news at 9:45 and 3-star news at 10. I'd like to see a pullback around the 20-25 area. That's your point of control. And I'll pull that up so you can see that. All right, here's the point of control. Let me make sure. Yeah. So it's this little line right here. It's sitting at 523. So this is why I think, because the bulls are still in control in this area. You can see that in the volume profile, there's a lot more green than there is red. So this is why I said we could get a pullback here and bounce out of this area. But only thing you do is just kind of wait and see what happens. I posted my first trade that we took last night around 9 o'clock. Unfortunately, we had to literally wait all the way till 9 o'clock. We just kept checking on charts. So we finally filled in a gap down here. I think that's what someone was telling me. I'm not sure. And then we got long at 514 and took the trade up to 404, and we took it up to 464, 450 points. And that's just what one micro. Then this morning, we took another long at 504, but we only got about 30 points out of it. And that was also at one micro. And so that's how we're sitting at 160. So $100 for last night's trade and $60 for this morning's trade. All right, so now it's just kind of relax, drink coffee, and just kind of wait for the market to open. Yesterday was a really good day trading. Yesterday on our fundeds, we made 350, and eval we made 1,000. Even though we really wasn't planning on making that extra, I forgot I was copy trading, and so I was in the long with the funded and the eval at the same time, mistakenly, because sometimes I really not try to copy trade, because that can just kind of ruin your day. Because if you mess up one account, it's going to mess up every account tied to that copy trade. So just be aware of that. If you're copy trading, it can really ruin your day, make you go tilt. And most traders have tilt days. I still have them myself every now and then. I mean, they're not as often, but every now and then I'll have that tilt day where I'm just like crap and end up full porting or over leveraging or something stupid. So this morning I'm going to be looking for a pullback to 520. If it just goes straight up at the opening, we probably won't jump in, because usually I try not to do that, because usually that gets you in trouble. I mean, this also looks like a nice little bull flag breakout happening too, so you could look at it like this. All All right, so that would be your little bull flag there. So if it breaks out here, you just pretty much get long and kind of go with it, and just put your stop loss at the previous swing. If you like taking breakout trades. I prefer to take most of my trades off of levels. I try my best not to just jump in on breakouts, because that's, like I said, that's usually got me in trouble in the past. Is there anybody else here trading the NQ? Now, I kind of do like that short on the YM. I've been watching the YM too, and that's a short below that 2043. Maybe we look at the YM today for a trade. Let me set up a chart for them real quick. Here we go. All right. Or we could use the 15 minutes this morning. What's that? 42? $47, $242. All right, so we will watch the YM over here too. If I jump in a trade on the YM, we'll just pull it over. I'll have to set it over here. Sorry about that. All right. So we'll just kind of watch the YM and the NQ. So we still have about 7 minutes left, guys. So if you're just joining us, if you kind of go back at the top of the chat, today we put all the 3-star news in there. So this morning at 9:45, we have 3-star news. I want to say it's AD non-farm payroll, which is usually not a big market mover. Then at 10 o'clock, we have job openings. And at 1 o'clock, Trump speaks. And you kind of never know what you get when Trump speaks, because sometimes the market just goes insane. He'll just have to say something about the stock market or something financial, and it kind of causes the market to move. It's kind of like one Jerome Powell speaking. You never know what you're going to get. He can just like shake his head or move his hand, and the market, it'll go up or down. At least that's kind of the joke that you hear amongst other traders. We'll mark out 22. Yeah, we still got 22 marked out. Sorry about that. That's going, like I said, that's our point of control, that 22 level. So maybe if we can get a little pullback to the 20s and kind of look for a bounce. But I wouldn't just blindly jump in. Not at the opening. I will look for a short if we can print below 519. And that's on the 5-minute chart. You got to have a print below 520. I don't really have a target to the upside this morning that we can look for. Not unless we have a big move down. We can look at the ICT kill zones. I don't have that on this chart. No. Let me look on this chart here. All right. So really the only big targets that we have to the upside, you're looking at about 680 to 690. And that is your PM session from yesterday. That's the high of the PM session for the ICT kill zones. Then for us to rerun those highs from yesterday's all the way up there at 886. So pretty massive moves to the upside. Then also to the downside, if you're looking for the Asia low, it's all the way down at the 280s. So we're kind of in the middle between all those levels. All right. So the YM just hit that 242 for anybody that's maybe trading the YM. Oh. All right, what do we got? 3 minutes, guys, 3 minutes. Like I said, if we can print below that 521, we'll look for a short on the NQ or MNQ. And for the YM, it's going to be a short if we can kind of print below this 540. Unless it just happens at opening, there's just no way of jumping in. That was almost your point of control hit there. Would it hit about the 30, 26? Ooh. Man, it looks like the whatchamacallit's already getting below that level. The YM. All right, less than 1 minute. Remember, if you're taking an early trade, beware of news at 9:45 and 10 this morning. All right, here we go. 10 seconds. It already looks like the YM's already going to dump. It's hard for me to jump over here on the YM since it's already below that level. Yeah. There's just no way for me to jump in that level. All right, do we get the break out of this flag here? I mean, that's a lot of candles on the pullback there. So there's the breakout. I usually have a hard time jumping in on this first 5-minute candle. And the YMs. I still feel like the YM's moving down, and the NQ's probably going to retest the 28-30 area again. If 2038 area holds, we should get it moved back up, because that's your point of control in that area. Whew, what a fake out that was on that YM. So this is the area you need to see hold right here. That 20 to 25 area. Man, the fake out on that freaking YM was insane. That thing pushed all the way down to 47, like 190, then just ripped 100 points. Oof. Man, nice bounce off that 20 level. We're kind of waiting for this next 5-minute candle to print and see what happens with it. Oh, this thing is just... Just lost that 20 area. Let's see if we can get a pullback here on this next 5-minute candle to maybe find an entry. Come on, give us a bounce here so we can enter. All right, you want to see 20 hold here? Long as 20 holds, we don't mind holding. We just don't want to lose that 20 level. And this is only 2 micros too, guys. That was another retest of the 20. No, I actually made a mistake. I forgot to put my thing at 10. All right. There's our 10. Might not get nothing on the runner here. It's so early that it could easily just rip all the way back up on us. I don't know if it needs to retest some of these EMAs. All right, let's see if we can add to this. So this is where we would consider closing our position if this 50 area doesn't hold. Waiting for it to take Asia high. Yeah, we have a little overnight profit that we got to play with this morning. So right now we're still up $100 from overnight. I just don't want to get wicked out. Woo, we're about at our limit, guys. All right, so we'll have to get stopped out here. All right, so we're about to get stopped out on this runner. Come on. I was trying to get a few more points out of this. This way the loss isn't so bad. Oh, you took a buy, believer? Oh, just be careful of the pullback here, just in case we pull back into the 20s. We lose that 20, it should be downtown. Yeah, that's nice there. Yeah, I'm up. I was up about 200. Well, about $150 overnight. I'm up 1,300 for the week, or at least on this account, not overall since last week. Dude, you've been killing it during the Asia market, man. Let's see if that 20 holds this morning. Oh, I forgot to turn on my camera over here. Sorry about that. Dude, you've been killing it this week, believer. Especially in the Asia market. I'm going to have to learn to trade the Asia market with you. We need a 20 to hold here, guys. Looks like we're going to just get stopped out for 5 points. Just could not get back below the 500s. Woo, this is one of these days that's just ripping you on both sides, guys. Still losing that level. That maybe I just need to wait for a print below that level. Yeah, I kind of put that in the definition or the chat this morning because I knew that it was going to be tough today. Anytime we have big movement like we had in the Asia market, the New York session sucks. We're still just kind of bouncing off that point of control at the 25. All right, we'll just kind of sit here for a minute. Ooh, is this thing just going to rip on us now? Let's look at the volume here. It looks like buyers are stepping in. Especially there at the 60s. Still an early candle. Are you still long, believer? I just don't know if this is going to be another fake out. It's so hard to say right now. What we can do is just wait and see if pull Fibonacci on this candle and see if we get some kind of 50% pullback with this candle. What do we got? 2 minutes still left on this candle. And right now, the volume's just showing all green. There is no red coming in there. Wow. What do we got? 2 minutes still left on this candle. Wow. All green right now, guys. All green on volume. The 50% pullback is going to be around the 75. I'd be okay with just a 90 pullback here. Or a retest of the 90. That's the top of your original 15 minutes from this morning at 9 o'clock. And if we pull back into the 90s, we'll add. All right, first hit. Sorry about that. I was trying to make it where it's farther apart. Oh no, where could we? I was trying to see where we could even go. It looks like it's going to run into resistance at the 40s. We're just going to take it at 50. If it pulls back, we'll add to this. Usually we try to look for something bigger, but since we're already up, if we hit that, it should push me over 200 for the day if we hit the 50. Right now we're at like 180, but that's also with this trade here. So I wouldn't even mind if it pulled back, like I said, into like the 600s or even the 90. We'll try to add. Right now your volume profile is showing all green. There's no red coming in. At least not yet. So we should at least get our 50, I hope, here. I can't see that. Yeah. So far, it's still all green on your volume profile. I'm at least take 10 points out of this just in case it does pull back, because we can always jump back in or add. Nice. All right, so we hit our target at the 50. We have a lot of wicks over here to the left, so I wasn't sure how hard it would be for us to get through these here. So at like that 60 level, I mean, all through there, it's just wicks, wicks, wicks. Beginner, were you able to at least stay in that for that whole time for your long? Oh, my chair. All right, so now if we're going to re-enter, we're going to have to wait for some kind of pullback here, guys. I mean, right now, volume profile is showing all green. There's no red. There's no sellers to see. No sellers anywhere. All green. What's up, Methodical Man? There comes the sellers at that 60 level. That's kind of what we were talking about. There was a little bit of, there was a lot of wicks in that area in the 60s, so I wasn't sure if we were going to get the pullback there. You can see the sellers are starting to pop back in here. Oh, you're still holding, believer? You're going to wait and see what happens? Nod to the moon? Nice. Nice on the hold, man. You got in early. You got in like back at the 50s. Did you hold through that pullback? All right, guys, so we're out of our trade for now. There's not really anything to do unless we get some kind of pullback. Also, remember, another thing, believer, remember there's 10 o'clock news today. So we do have news at 10. Watch this thing just go straight to the moon. Nice. Dude, killing it today, believer, killing it. I'm just up 212. I'm cool with that for the morning. I wish I could find me a funded trade, but I know I may have to have a decent pullback to get that funded trade. Right now, we're just kind of in a grinding type move. Like I said, that's what I was saying about all those wicks that you're going to have to battle through if you're holding. I had a short signal too pop up, but it just like yesterday. I mean, we got the pullback. You could have got points off of it, but I lost a little bit on my short. But we got it back on this long. Oh, on that pullback, yeah. Hey, it worked out. Sometimes if you know, you can hold your pullbacks if you think it's going to go. But once I started seeing all that volume pop in, it was like green, 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 green. It's like, oh yeah, we're getting in this. Unfortunately, it cannot even come back for a while, guys. We can just sit here and just watch charts. This is just basically chart watching time. As you can see, the buyers are in control. We need to see some red come in to get some kind of pullback. Yeah, I was happy actually just to get this little bit of trade because I wasn't even sure if we're going to get anything. I found a 50-point trade last night at 9 o'clock, believer, and I took another 30-point trade this morning, but I was only trading one micro because I don't trade that overnight session a lot, so we just been kind of just messing with it a little bit and see how I'm going to do with it. It's at 10 o'clock. All right. So it looks like everybody's sitting on the sidelines. You can see we're just kind of stuck here. I think most people are waiting to see what happens at the lunch hour. You can see the buyers are trying to come in, but man, I just don't think the buyers are going to be able to get it down. Like the bulls have been in complete control. I mean, yeah. The sellers, I'm sorry, sellers, not buyers, sellers. Just chilling, chilling, chilling. There's the news and still nothing. Was that also the first 5-minute inside bar? It was. Look at that, guys. I totally missed that this morning. I wasn't even focused on that. Look at that inside bar pop 100 points, guys. That's 3 for 3 this week for anybody that likes to trade that inside bar. Look, this purple bar right here. I totally missed that inside bar. 3 for 3 this week. Long ways back down for any kind of funded trade here, guys. I don't know if we'll get a funded trade anytime soon. I mean, that would have to be one crazy pullback. We'll probably watch charts for at least another 30 minutes to 45 minutes. And if we don't find anything, we'll just have to sit on the sideline because we don't really want to mess up the profit that we made on our eval today. And we're just kind of looking for a funded trade at the moment. How you doing, Z? We could pull Fibonacci and see what the 50% pullback on this total move from this candle here. So it almost need to pull back to the 600s here. Maybe we can look for a bounce off the 600s for like a nice little 10-point move or something and risk a little bit. Just like 2 micros or something. And 90 will be kind of our line in the sand here. So if it sells back through and goes through that 90, we'll take it off. Ooh, man, this thing's just ripping back up. Did it only do 50% of this previous candle? Let's see. No. It might be one of those days we don't even ever get a pullback. It's just going to go straight up all day. Where's yesterday's open? Yesterday's open's all the way up there at 26,105, which is 300 points away. Whew. That would be insane. That just might be another 90 retest. That's what I was talking about. Sometimes we hit the 20, trade back to the 90, then pop again. Man, these 5-minute candles are just insane right now. I mean, what? It was almost a 70-point push up, and now we're having a, what, 40, 50-point pullback? I mean, it's just insane. What do we got? 2 more minutes left on this 5-minute candle. What's up, Jose? How are you doing today? Right now, we're just sitting on the sidelines. We took this long all the way up. We've been out for a little bit, so all we can do is kind of sit here and watch and wait for some kind of pullback. And if it sells through this target here, then we'll look for 600. We can always add here at the 600. Did anybody else take any trades this morning besides beginner? What about you, Lady Jax? Did you take any trades this morning? So this is just two micros, guys. So, oh shoot, let me fix this. Missed out on some points this morning. So we have a wick there, but I think if this wick fails, we can look for maybe a bounce off the 600, then add into this. What's going on, Holly? And we might only get the 10 points off this bounce here. Then the runner may get stopped out. So that's a possibility too. Now it's just that time of the morning where just be patient and wait. And this could also just be our consolidation period, consolidation box. Come on, give us the 25 bounce. I'm hoping we hit the 25, bounce back up at least 10 points. If we don't get nothing on the runner, that's fine. Then it may sell back down to the 600. I wish that was our wick. As you can see, it was almost like a 20-point bounce off the 40s. If it gets too far up there, say in the 70s or 80s, we may even take this off. All right, one more push down there. Let's see if this thing can get down there. $302,895. 302,895. Like I said, there's just not really a lot to do here besides just wait. There's a lot of buyers sitting between the 40s and 06. I don't really want to jump in. I want to see it pull back. I know if I try to jump in this high up, it's just going to end up pulling back into the 600s or 620s or 610s. Though more buyers are stepping in. There's a lot of buyers between that 60 and 70. I mean, it's just about a little over half of green. So there's a lot more buyers in that area. Come on, maybe this will be it right here. The sellers are stepping in. Come on, sellers. Push it down. Maybe down to the 14s or 22 maybe. And like I said, if it sells through this 9 EMA, we'll look to add down here at the whole number. If I hit that first target, we will go to break even though. First target, break even. Woo-wee. Look at that bounce. 20-point bounce, guys. Oh. All right. All right. We at least got our 10 points. The runner didn't pop. So now we'll look for a bounce here at the 600s. That pushed us up to 244 for the day. So another good day of trading, guys. Another good day. We had that small little loss there in the beginning. We were trying to get out of that trade, but we did. We only lost like I think $40 or $50 off of that trade from overnight. Because I was being short below the 20 level. We still had a nice push down. We just didn't have the continuation. Not like that once we got our long signal, we jumped back in, and it's just been straight up ever since the long signal pop. So we're going to look for another 10 points off the whole number here. And 90 will be kind of our line in the sand here, or maybe even the 75. So if we blast through the 600, we will hold it down here to 75 and maybe add, because that's at yesterday's close. It looks like my original 20 was the spot, because remember, we were long from the 20, but I was playing that 9 EMA, so that was like a 40-point rip off of that 20. And that was on the top of this wick, so that was the only reason why I was playing it right here. Man, 60-point rip off of that top of that candle, guys. I guess nice if you stayed in the long. Oh goodness. Now there's nothing to do. Can't really do anything until we get the pullback, guys. Wow, I bet you this thing's gonna be a 100-point move. These 5-minute candles have been insane, guys. What's up, Outer? How are you doing today? So far, another nice green day. Nothing for the funded account yet, but we're up 244 for the day. Nice on a, dude, back-to-back 2R days. Nice, Outer. Dude, Did you not see the sell-off yesterday? If you shorted that 80 level that I was talking about, it was just like straight downtown after that 80. I was like, no, what were like, we just stayed in that trade like all the way till close. At the 930 short, yeah, I tried to short this morning at 930, but I got the runner, but I got the first hit, but my runner got stopped out for a loss. Man, guys, there's just not really a lot you can do whenever we're just pumping like this. It's so hard to jump in. It's definitely a day not to be looking for longs. I mean, shorts. I'm willing to take a trade if we could get back down to the, 600s and the 10s, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. I'd really like to get a funded trade today, but I don't know if we'll get one. We would need to sell back down 200 points. So I just don't see that happen anytime soon. Maybe after lunch hour or maybe like after lunch, we may get that big pullback. But as right now, all we can do is sit here and watch. It may just be a time to go get coffee. Oh, there's resistance sitting at 723. Okay. So, guys, if you're just joining us, we're pretty much just sitting on the sidelines. We did try to take this long while ago, but my runner got stopped out because I went to break even fairly quick. And now we just ripped up 100 points pretty much almost off my entry. Small resistance, but yeah, I mean, these big candle pullbacks have been insane. I mean, they've been like 50-point pullbacks, 40-point pullbacks. I mean, the pullbacks have just been nuts today. So you got to have a big stop loss if you're trading this. Oh gosh. So Outer said there was some small resistance at 23, so that's where that pullback's coming in at. Man, it's like, Dude, I would like to see a pullback all the way to the 600. Get that nice 100-point pullback and just rip back up to the 100, like 700. $55 has support. Yeah, sometimes I find this type price action be kind of tough if you don't really get those good pullbacks because, oh yeah, I don't think I'm going to take it either. The only way I would take that unless we pull back to like a whole number, so like 600 or the top of these wicks here on the 5 minutes. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles. Either that or the previous day close. You got a bunch of wicks in there too. But I don't know if we'll get this 700-point pullback. I mean, 100-point pullback. Man, we sure did leave a lot on the table today. Something's going on with my internet here. There it goes. I don't know. I would have issues with my internet. Looks like now I'm receiving it on YouTube. Ooh. Guys, if you didn't take that inside bar today, like I said, that thing is paid 3 times this week. Like big points too. I know the inside bar is 3 for 3 this week. I took it, not even realizing I took it this morning. We'll give it a few more minutes. If nothing comes up, we'll probably just call it a morning. Then I'm going to wait hopefully later today for my funded trade because there is no funded trade set up at the moment. Yeah, it was 2 for 5 last week, 3 for 3 this week. So far, we got a nice little win streak of greens going. We haven't had a red day since last Monday. So we got a nice little run of green here. Unless for some reason we do not get our funded trade today, but that's okay. We had a nice funded trade set up yesterday, so if we don't get nothing today, that's fine, and we'll come back tomorrow and see what happens. And we'll just shoot for another $400 funded trade today if we get it. This thing's just going to chop around until I want to say we have more 3-star news today at 1 o'clock. I think it's because Trump speaks. So just be aware that if you are trading around 1 o'clock today. Right now, guys, we're just kind of sitting on the sidelines. There's not really anything to do without some kind of pullback. Right now, we're just kind of chopping. If you look at the 5-minute candles, they're pretty much just small bodies, big wick candles. And we're just kind of slow grinding. That would be insane if we got like a 100-point pullback here. We'll give it another 5 or 10 minutes. If we get no more movement, like I said, we're just going to be done trading. We may sit here and just watch charts. So right now we're just kind of in a slow grind to the upside. What's up, pool boy? How are you doing today? Have you taken any trades this morning? All right, lady. Thank you for watching today, lady. You took a paper long there, Outer? Nice. Yeah, there's just not a lot to do here, Outer, but just kind of just sit here and wait. So this is where it just kind of, you know, this is the excitement part of trading here, where you just kind of just sit here. You took a paper long setup at 46.48. Nice. I may just go grab a coffee and come back in a minute, since, like I said, it's probably going to be a while before I get another setup, because it may just be one of those days we just keep grinding higher and higher without any kind of pullback until after lunch. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. I'm going to go grab some coffee. Looks like nothing happened. Man. Man, we definitely left a lot on the table today from our original entry. Price action like this can be like the toughest some days, where it just keeps going straight up without any kind of pullback, because you're scared if you try to jump in this, you're just going to get trapped. All right, another pullback and retest of the 700s. If I can see sellers starting to come in, maybe. It'll take quite a bit for us to get back down through there. There's a lot of buyers back through there. A lot of contracts have been sold down through there. Maybe if we can test the 90s, retest the 10, then sell back through the 700s, we may get a nice pullback. There's the 90. Wow, what a rip off that 900 or 90 level. Oh. We'll risk a few points, not many. All right, so pretty much break even trade. All right, one more time below the 700. I'm trying to just keep my losses small. This way, if it does pop back. Oh, come on. Damn it. See, it hit that 90 already, so it might get a bounce back here. Pretty much in it for break even at the moment, besides like a point or two. $4 we're in this trade for. My original entry would have got hit because it hit 90 on the nose. All right. See if we can get a better entry here. Need that 10 to hold here, though. Looks like buyers are starting to, well, we'll give it one more try. If it fails this time, we just won't try it after this. Dude, we keep getting within like a point of our first target. There it goes. Goodness. Let's see if we can get a pullback. Yeah, I'm already at break even. We're just trying to get 10 points. So just a couple little break even trades. I was trying to get it without risking anything. That's why we kept just going in with like 2 micros. Runner got stopped out. Come on, man. The market's telling me I'm being greedy today. They're like, stop. That pushed us up to 250 for the day. Man. It's like, do we just get this giant pullback here? Oh, man. Oh, you're thinking maybe we get the 764 push? Yeah, I mean, right now, if you're looking at your whatchamacallit, the bulls are taking over right here. I thought about jumping in, but we didn't. Once we broke back above that 10 level. The only thing about trying to trade this price action, guys, is you could just get chopped up. So if you are just going to attempt it, I don't recommend going in heavy. Man, Outer, these 5-minute candles have been insane today. I mean, they've been like 40, 50 5-minute candles. Man, do we get another retest of the 700? Ooh, that was tempting. Ooh, another 700 bounce for 15 to 20 points. Man, I didn't know how much I was going to trust that 700 bounce, but man, it just paid 20 points if you took the trade at the 700. I just didn't have it in me. Wow, look at the ripper. Come on, Outer. You should have said, take the trade at the 700. It's the whole number. I know what happened if I took it. It would just sold right on through. It would have been like no resistance at all. Well, the buyers are still stepping in, guys. If you look at the freaking volume chart here, the buyers are just not giving it up. Do we lose that 700? Oh, come on. Man, I want to short the 700 so bad. See if we can take it down to the the freaking 57s down to that 21 EMA. Woo. Oh my goodness. Look at that rejection. Let's see. Wow. Good thing we didn't get tagged in. Holy crap, man. This is insane. Now, this is eval only, guys, if you're watching. This is not a funded account. Just straight back up, guys. Woo. Thank goodness we didn't get in that trade early. Yeah, we'll risk like 30, 40 bucks on an eval. We're up almost 1,400 for the week, or you know, in this account. So I feel like we have a little extra green to play with. I want to get a funded trade today, but I feel like I'm just gonna have to wait a little while. Wow, what a rip off the 700s, guys. See if we get another 700 touch here. We're already at break even. We're going to break even fairly fast in case it just rips back up really fast. Just like that. I just don't feel like the pullback has been deep enough. Come on, 700, give it up. I mean, it's a free trade. If I take profit now, that'll put us right at about $300 for the day. Yeah, I don't know. I may go and just try to take what profit we can out of this, at least 5 points. It just won't go. All right. Son of a bee. We were hoping we could catch that dagger down to the downside. Now watch it go. It's going to stop us out and just probably go all the way back down to the 60s to retest that 21 EMA. Man. Dude, if we lose those 700s, we're going to get a decent pullback. We got 1 minute left of the next 5-minute candle. 38 seconds. Do we get an explosion candle here? Okay, see, it seems to be accumulating for a big short, possibly. Excuse me. The nasty Nas like, hold my beer. We're going downtown. All we can do is kind of sit here and watch because I'm not going to jump back in. Wouldn't mind seeing a 100-point drop here and drop all the way back down to the 600s. Oh, this candle's building. It's like turn me loose, NASDAQ. Turn me loose. Whew. This thing is just trapping hard between that 90 and 110. Usually it's very tough to enter this whenever you're getting this kind of chop between those two levels. Usually you maybe get like one set of like 90 to 110 type thing where you hit 10, hit 90, then go back through 10. But man, I mean, this is like the 10th candle that's trapped. Oh, there she goes. Where's the box at? If it breaks the 80s here, it should get a nice little push. I think that's the bottom of that consolidation box. Man, Outer, you only can try that so many times before it's like, okay, I can't try this anymore. I mean, we done tried to short that like 3 or 4 times. Then when I'm not in it, it's like, nope, let me sell down 40 points. All right, we hit the 20. Let's see if this 90 area holds. Then maybe we can still look for a short after this. Pull fib on this candle and see what the 50% mark is and see if the 50 holds, which is right there at the 90. Then just short the bottom of it. You need this area right here to kind of hold. That's your 90% mark or 50% on the pullback. Then that 90 will be my line in the sand. That 50 is still holding. You need that 50 to kind of 90 or 90 to 95 to hold here. No, I've been getting one ticked all day today, guys. Come on, at least give me my... I just like to hit my first target, then I don't care about the runner. Or I may just go to break even and just re-enter. Okay, there we go. At least we got the first target. Let's see if I can get a 50 hit here. Downtown. Come on. Whoop, whoop. That'll be right before your long setup you're looking at, Outer. We'll at least take a little bit out of this. That way it's not a complete. That way it helps cover fees and stuff. We get to 55, we're going to go down to 60. I'm not going to be a stickler for, you know, a couple points. Push. Oh, no. Hopefully this wick saves us on the 5-minute right here at 67. There we go. I'm hoping we can hit 55. I'm going to go down to 60. And that way I'm not just being a stickler for a few points there. Damn it. All right. Just trying to get that 50 hit. That pushed us over 300 for the day. We're sitting at 312. So another nice day. Didn't get that 50 like we were wanting. I'm not saying it probably won't get down there. We just got to get a pullback. Now, if it pulls back up and retests those 90s and start pushing back down, maybe we can jump back in there for a couple micros and see if we can get it. It's like the 50 banger. It wants that 50. Get that 47 that Outer's talking about. You're just going to take a paper trade on that one, right, Outer? You're not going to really take like a eval or funded trade. Yeah, it's just paper. Now, I'll take it in a... I'll take the long from the backside. Like, I won't set a resting order, but I'll try to take it from the backside to give it a whirl. Watch this candle right here just drop. I mean, you can tell the market wanted to move down, but man, it just got so stuck in this area when you kept trying to short. Oh, excuse me. Man. Woo, look at that bounce off the 60s again. I don't know. If we can push back up there and hold the 90s at this 9 EMA, I still like the short here. I still feel like it wants to touch those 50s. I wouldn't even mind seeing another retest of the 90s to 700. Yeah. Ooh, point of control moved all the way up to 82 here. Oh, no, it didn't. It moved briefly, then popped back. If 90s hold, we'll keep this trade on, but if 90s fell, we'll take it back off. So far, 90 is still holding. How much time we got left? I still got about 2 minutes left on this candle. Woo-wee! Ooh, the buyers just stepped in. It's like this is going to be a fake out candle. Trap some more buyers in. It already went down there and trapped in the sellers, so let's trap in some buyers. I mean, this thing's just on a ripper. I mean, that's like a 50.5 minute candle rip off the 60s, guys. Holy goodness. Might get a 50% pullback here. That's back down to the 90. Nope. Looks like it wants them highs up there. What was that level you said earlier? 76? Wow, this thing's just ripping. Oh, good. Oh, 764. Okay. Wow. Look at her go. Holy goodness, guys. Well, mark out your 764 there. What is that? 40 plus 40, 80.5. Well, no, 80 point rip. I mean, just within minutes. Insane, guys. Is it going to trap some folks in right here and pull all the way back down? That's why you don't jump in at the top of the candles right there, guys. If you jumped in at 40, you just got a freaking 20-point pullback. We still could get a 50% pullback for this total move. That's back at 700. We'll definitely keep a short leash on this. I don't know. I mean, we've had a pretty good morning. We've been keeping our risk in super small, so we're risking very little. My trade setups was from early this morning. Let's see. So far we're up. On this one account, we're at 1,434. But I don't think we're going to get a funded trade today, unless it just comes later today and we just get this massive pullback. Man, the NASDAQ's just not stopping, guys. It's just ripping people on both sides. It's taking out the shorts and longs. I'm probably going to take this trade off. This thing got too far away. Or we might be able to do a reversal off of that 64 level. We can try something like that. Yeah, I see that wick sitting up there that it's going to hit. It's a lot of wicks up there. Come on, 64. Come on, 64. Waiting for it to break that 50 to 60 area, then maybe look for a pullback off of that. Because I feel like we still need that 50% pullback. I just don't know where it's sitting at the moment because it's done gotten so massive. This could be our 50% pullback. %50 has us going all the way back to 704. I just couldn't do it. Yeah. I'm going to wait and see if we get the 50% pullback and see if it holds. Or maybe it's just 50% of this candle. Oh no, I've made my... I don't know what that was. It made my candles massive. So look, that hit 50 cents on the nose. 50% of that candle pullback to the T. Sometimes we don't get the whole 50%. It'll just do the first candle first. And that's where it hit. You can see this is 50% of this candle. And it popped it before it ripped back up. Are you going to try to short the 764? All right, it's 11:30 now, so we're definitely getting into that lunch hour here. So if we break below 30, we could get it pushed back down to the 700, 704. That would be your 50% total of this total move. Right now, 730, 729 is this candle's 50% where we got the line put. The 50% of the 5-minute candle, I mean, it's pretty stable. I mean, you get that hit a lot on that candle, or even 50% of the move on these 5-minute candles. I've enjoyed really trading the 5 minutes more lately. It's kept me out a lot of just garbage trades or just from like getting trapped in those low, like those 1-minute candles. Because I'd get trapped in those 1-minute candles quite a bit. So it's been a lot better since I switched to the 5 minutes. Ooh, excuse me. We got about 25 minutes before something to happen. If nothing happens in the next 20 minutes, we're going to call it because that'll be the official 12 o'clock. So no trades at 12. Man, do we lose that 50% pullback and get a pullback to the, like in the teens or the back to the whole number again? $7.12. I mean, there's a lot of nice little wicks down there at the 10. You also got point of control sitting at 672. Right now, if you're looking at your volume profile, the buyers are still in control. I mean, it is very little red on this candle. All right, guys. So we're just going to kind of just sit here and be patient. There's just not really anything to do. All right, guys, we got exactly 20 more minutes before there's no longer any trades for us to take because we will not take a trade in the lunch hour. How do you work today? I don't go back to work, like actual work till tomorrow. I'm still here. I'm just going to drink some coffee. Wait. We're just going to kind of wait and see what happens for the next 15 minutes. Right now, we're just still kind of consolidating sideways. Like I said, this is probably a tough market to enter on some of these whenever you just consolidating sideways, because you're thinking more likely we're still going to continue higher, but man, it could easily the bottom just drop out. We're kind of getting that like lunchtime, no volume, where we're just chopping sideways. Might go ahead and just say, if it no trade day or no trade for the rest of the day. I'd want to get a funded trade, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get one. Oh, man. What do we get today? 3. We're up 312. Oh, here we go. Here's your target. Do we get some pullback off of that 64? Do we get it? Come on. All right, we'll risk a 2 little micros and see if that 64. We just hit the 64. See if the resistance hold or if it blasts through. I would only do this on an eval outer. I wouldn't. Right now, looking at volume profile, it's all green. Small resistance. Yeah, I may get stopped out here. That's probably 50% of the candle right here. Yeah, it looks like it's going to stop us out. All right. We gave it one more world for you, outer. It just did not want to give it up. Unless it just goes after it stopped me out and just kind of popped right above this previous candle. But most of the time, if it pops above it, it's going to continue higher. Woo, this thing's like hold my beer, outer. This thing's just going. There is no red on the volume profile either. It's all green. So it's just, we were just seeing if we could get a 10 points, but I bet you if I pull fib on this right here, that's probably 50% of this candle. 40 to 50%. So it looks at about 40% of the pullback, or 38%. Yeah, we're probably done for the day. We're probably not going to push the button no more. We're probably just going to log off. That way we don't get FOMO. Thank you guys for watching today. We're going to walk away. It kind of knocked us back down to 270. So I need to update my little calendar thing because we had 300 on there. You too, outer. Have a good evening at work. All right, so 270. All right. Oh, I'm not going to push the button no more, outer. We're going to be done pushing button. We already took a couple little risky, little 2 micro trades. That's enough for the day. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll either come back later today or we will see y'all tomorrow. We'll just see what price action looks like.